Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Not gonna lie, I recorded this video yesterday, but I was looking a little chopped. So yeah. So what is today's date? Today's date is April 9th, 2025. 2025 or 2024? Are we in 2025? That's crazy. The mic, yes, the mic is just here for prop purposes. It doesn't work. I'm just trying to get into the character. You know, whatever you have to do for the YouTube videos, it's gonna happen. So I came up with a list of things that I would tell my 22-year-old self now that I'm 23. And if I could go back in time, this is what I would tell her. The first one being, you're not running out of time, homegirl. Like, you're good. I say this as someone who has not achieved the things that I wish I would have achieved at this age. I mean, granted, I never really imagined my life past graduating college and getting a job, but with that being said, I feel like a lot of people in our early 20s right now, there's so many things that are happening around us, so many points of comparison that have made us feel like we're not moving fast enough, we're not doing things fast enough, we're not learning fast enough, we're not making money fast enough. Like, this world is so sped up to the point where like we are starting to feel like we're racing against time. There was a conversation that I had with my mom. She's like, because she was like, oh, like, how do you feel, you know, like how things have been going, da 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 da. And I was like, I mean, they've been going good. I just, like, I'm starting to realize that like a lot of the things that I thought I wanted, I didn't want. And like I'm getting stuck in these circles of like, I should be doing more, I should have more under my belt, I should be demonstrating more, I should be more. And she's like, Eileen, like, you're barely 23. Like, you're barely 23. And in retrospect, I'm like, yeah, I'm 23. But like in this world where social media has really blurred the lines of like how fast things happen, makes it really, really difficult. Like when I first started doing like videos and everything, I expected the results to be very instantaneous. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna post this video, it's bomb. Was not bomb. Was not good. I was like, I'm gonna get 500 views on this hoe. Nah, girl, slow down. Growth, especially online and in general, seems like a very rapid process, but it's because a lot of the work was very background. A lot, like, you don't see a person's like success and progress until you start paying attention to the fact that they are winning, you know? So if I could tell myself something as a 22-year-old, is that you're not running out of time because you're barely starting your life, and give yourself more grace and allow yourself to just be, and don't try to race, because at the end of the day, whatever is going to happen will happen. Whatever is meant for you will be meant for you. And yeah, like if something's not meant for you, then it just was not meant for you. And yeah, like there's no point in trying to run against time or trying to speed things up or slow things down. The only thing you can do is live day by day and take your time. Take your time. Just because something happened in like a few weeks for one person does, and like a few years for another person, does not mean that how they did it or the way that they did it defines how it's going to happen to you. Second point, comparison is the thief of joy. I kind of touched upon that in the first point. So comparison is a thief of joy. Growing up, comparison has always been such a thing to me, just because like, you know, you're around other people that are your age all the time in school and all these things, and you compare yourself to them. You know, you want to get the highest grades, you want to be in the most clubs, you want to be the most popular, da 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 da. Points of comparison are everywhere for you, especially right now. Social media kind of influences a lot of these points. But yes, dude, you're 22 and you're like watching all these Instagram stories of people that have founded their own businesses and they're what, 18, 19. You question like, damn, like what am I doing? Like what's missing about me? Is there something wrong with me? Is there something I'm not doing correctly? Is there something that I'm fucking up? But dude, like, you're on your own fucking journey. You're on your own fucking journey. There's no point in comparing yourself to other people, because what God has in store for you is completely separate to other people's like purposes. Like, you have your own purpose and you're taking your time figuring it out, and that doesn't mean that your journey is any less valuable than other people's. Yeah, like, don't compare yourself to other people, because dude, at the end of the day, yes, I get it. Like, and this is me talking to my 22-year-old self. Like, I get it. There's people around you that have their big girl, big boy jobs already. They have like really nice situations set up for themselves. You have no idea what you're going to do. You don't have a job lined up. But at the end of the day, Eileen, like, and to any 22, 21, 20-year-old, 24, 25, if you're in your early 20s, like, dude, don't let yourself get overwhelmed by all that information, overwhelmed to the point where you can't even look at yourself and realize how good and amazing of a person you are. Dude, like, you're such an awesome person. Like, you're such an awesome person. Your journey is going to take time, but like, that doesn't devoid you of any praise, of any happiness. Like, so yeah. Third point. This is your first time living. If I'm being completely honest, and I feel like a lot of us can attest to this, if you were to ask my 15, 16, 17-year-old self to imagine myself past maybe 22, I would not have been able to give you an answer. I had this assumption that everyone had their life figured out once they hit a certain age and all these things, but once you reach this age and you truly understand, like, damn, like, there's so many people my age that have no idea what they're doing, and it's okay. Like, yes, it like introduces a sense of fear and anxiousness, because I mean, what do you mean you have no idea what you're doing? Like, you should kind of like figure it out. But I am attempting with all my might to approach this uncertainty not with anxiousness and fear, but rather with curiosity and courage. So, you know, I do have an idea of what I want to do. How it's going to work, I have no idea. And how I'm going to make it work, I don't know. How long it takes me, I don't know. How it happens, I don't know. All I know is that I should allow myself grace, and you should as well, because at the end of the day, like, this is our first time living. No one told us how this was going to happen. So yeah, this is your first time living. No one gave you a manual. So all you can do is approach life with graciousness and allow yourself to make mistakes, and also allow yourself to just live. Okay, the fourth point is to be present. Be present, child. Be present. This is coming from someone who honestly like is finding it really difficult as my present self, 23, to really be grateful for the position that I have been put in. You know, like, there's going to be a period in your life where the place that you're in right now, you would give so much to be in 30, 40, 50 years. Like, there's going to come a point where you're gonna be like, damn, like, I wish I was more present. And I mean, obviously, like, it's a very difficult time. It's a very difficult time being in your early 20s, having really no clue or idea what you're doing. But at the end of the day, like, delve in the confusion, and also delve in the fact that you're still so fucking young. Like, you're not, bro, like, you're only getting older. Like, dude, you're not gonna be able to get turned in the fucking club like you are right now. So if your friend tells you, hey, let's go and hit the club on Friday, y'all better go. Like, be present, dude. Like, you make the best out of your situation and be grateful, because if you're not capable of being grateful for the situation that you're in right now, what makes you think that you'll move forward into another bigger, better thing if you're not capable of being grateful for the little things that you have right now? If you're spending your time like going back in time and going back to the past and being like, damn, like, I miss this, I miss that, I miss yada 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 yada, and then you spend more of your time going into the future and being like, I can't wait until I have this X amount of money into an X relationship, or I have X amount of friends, or I have X amount of money, or I have X amount of hobbies. Like, you're never going to be content if you keep looking to the future, keep looking to the past, and you never focus on the present. Doesn't Master Uwe have this like quote where it's like, I love Kung Fu Panda. Honestly, it's the first movie that I watched in movie theater, so I really, really love the movie. Honestly, like, watching it now as an adult, it's very different, because as a child, obviously, like, you get your hero's arc, you want Po to become like the Kung Fu warrior, you want him to train, but when you like watch it now as an adult, you're like, yo, this shit has some like hidden fucking gems. You know, Master Uguay's quote went like, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it is called the present. So yes, the past is history. Like, it's past. It's past. Tomorrow, I mean, quite frankly, tomorrow's never guaranteed. But like, tomorrow, like, there's no point in delving into what can happen tomorrow, because at the end of the day, like, you have no control over that. The only thing that you can live within is the present. Dude, just be present. Be grateful that this is your life right now, because this is going to be a part of your life that you're going to eventually miss. Even if your life at some point just sucks ass, realize that there's going to be a future point in your life where you're going to be like, damn, I wish I was a bit more present, whether it's because of your age, your situation, your circumstances, the level of freedom you have. Just realize that this moment, albeit might be crap, there will come a point in time where your future self will be like, if this didn't happen, then I would not have been able to come here. That didn't take place, then I would not be the person that I am today. There will always be someone in the future thanking you for being grateful for the present that you had. So yes, be fucking present, dude. Be present. Okay, last point that I'm going to make that I wish I could tell my 22-year-old self is to learn to be okay with being alone, because being alone does not theoretically equate being lonely. If there's one thing that could probably describe me, my 22 year of like age, is like a lot of being alone, introspection, and everything. And I feel like more now than ever, a lot of young adults are like dealing with this loneliness epidemic. Dude, you have social media, you can catch up with your friends through like liking a post, and like that kind of sucks. You know, truly never have enough of them to truly physically connect and emotionally connect with them. I'm not gonna lie, like being alone initially, like I feel like when I was a teenager was probably like the most scariest idea ever, but now more than ever, like, and I'm still working on it. Like, I want to remind you guys on this, like, just because I'm saying this does not mean that like I'm devoid of progression or that I've like unlocked some type of like master level wisdom, when in reality that is not that near. No, 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 no. Like, I'm still actively trying to work on me as a person. But yes, like being okay with being alone really unlocks a sense of like peace. You know, I saw this chart once. I don't know if I can insert it on the video, but basically, like, it demonstrates the amount of your life that you're going to spend alone versus how much time you spend with your parents, with your friends, with your partner. And it reveals that a majority of the time of your life is going to be spent by yourself. The concept of being alone and loneliness get very mixed up. Very, very mixed up. But the reality of it is that just because you're alone does not mean you're lonely. You know, you can be lonely and alone, but you can also be lonely and be alone and be not alone. The art of practicing being alone is something that has to be a very like intentional practice, I think. Like, whether that's taking yourself out on solo dates. I love to go eat pho by myself. I really love that. I like to get myself a little matcha or a little like pastry. But loneliness is not the act of not having anyone around you, but rather it's like not having yourself. How to explain this? When someone is lonely, it's because you yourself are not good enough company for yourself. Like, your brain and your head is not a comfortable place for you to be in. Like, if you are constantly feeling bad that you're alone, it's because you haven't created a good enough environment within your soul and spirit and your mind to truly, truly allow yourself to exist just as yourself. And the scary thing is that you can also be lonely without being alone. Like, you can have hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, even one person right next to you talking to you, and you can still feel lonely. Like, loneliness is not devoid of the amount of people that you have around you, but rather loneliness is an internal feeling. Like, if there's one thing that I could tell myself, or that I wish my 22-year-old self would know, is to be okay with being alone, because you have to treat yourself as if you're your own friend. Tell your friend, like, hey, like, let's go get ready, let's brush our teeth, let's wash our face, let's put some makeup on, like, let's go do our hair, let's, like, take some time to pray, to meditate, watch a movie here and there, make ourselves a nutritious meal. Like, you have to treat yourself as someone else. Like, you have to look at yourself and be like, yeah, it's only me, but like, no, it's me and myself. Like, me, myself, and I. Like, you are two people. That's the only way I feel like people can truly be able to learn how to be okay with being by themselves is to treat yourself as another person. If you were to imagine a person treating your friend the way that you treat yourself, would you be okay with it, or would you be like, what the fuck? Like, no girl, you need a new friend. If you need a new friend, then that's your answer. So yes, that is, I believe, the last point. I want to remind everyone, despite me like giving all these pieces of advice, I'm still learning them myself, and it's a constant journey of learning. Just because you know some things doesn't mean that your body and your soul has fully allowed you to exist within that. So yes, be patient with yourself. Love yourself. I feel like the Statue of Liberty. Oh, let's see how long that stays standing, because the way that things are going.